Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Jordi Alba, as it has been reported that the Barcelona defender wants to fulfill his contract expiring in 2024, despite reduced involvement in Xavi's plans. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about La Liga president Javier Tebas, who have recently hit back at PSG president Nasser El Khelaïfi after his comments over Barcelona's finances. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barca! Barca! It has not been an easy start at all for Barca left-back Jordi Alba, as he has had to settle for a reduced role in the first team plans. Indeed, after starting the first La Liga game of the season against Rayo Vallecano, the 33-year-old left-back has not been part of the starting 11 in any of Barca's subsequent league matches, as Xavi Hernandez has entrusted young star Alejandro Balde with the first-choice role, with Marcos Alonso also seemingly ahead of Alba in the pecking order at Spotify Camp Nou. The former Valencia the player has to suffice with just 126 minutes, of La Liga football this season, spread across 4 appearances. He did start the UEFA Champions League clash versus Victoria Pleasant, but was overlooked completely in favor of Marcos Alonso for all important match against Bayern Munich. It has led to speculations that Alba could consider leaving Barcelona for the end of the season in search for regular game time. However, according to the latest reports from Sport, the Spanish international is not thinking about an exit from Spotify Camp Nou. Instead, the defender intends to fulfill his contract that runs until 2024 despite his reduced role in Xavi's side. Having been a permanent fixture on the left side of the Barca defense for almost a decade, the situation is an entirely new one for Alba, but as per the reports, Jordi Alba is not willing to go down without a fight and will battle to earn his place back in the side. A strong-willed character, Alba believes that he will emerge as an improved performer after his ordeal and plans to see out his contract at Barca, as he is still a very high-level physicality. The 33-year-old enjoyed a fine season last time out as he assisted 10 goals in La Liga, the third highest by any player in 2021-22 in the competition, while he also scored 2 goals. And as per the report, he has been, acing his physical parameters like speed, endurance, and body fat, among many others. So Alba has no desire to leave Barcelona and plans to stay for the duration of his contract. It is why he rejected a move to Inter Milan in the summer and has not brought forward any proposal that he has received from other clubs. It kind of baffles me that Alba still thinks he can convince Xavi to be a starter. He can convince Xavi that he is worth it to be his first choice left back. And I don't see it possible anytime soon. Alejandro Balde have already convinced not only Xavi but also the Barca fans that he can be relied upon all the time. With the consistency, that young kid has done wonders this season, provided some key assists, 3 assists so far in La Liga, and I think he's playing so well. He's still very, very young, and I think the future is bright when it comes to the player in his time at Barcelona. Alba have been, without any shadow of a doubt, angry about the situation that he currently finds himself in at Barca. Of course, the fact that his former teammate Xavi has really blocked him and not been posing him as often as he wished it would be. He feels like, he deserves more. He feels like he's not treated fairly. We quite remember during the deadline day of the summer transfer window that just passed, Barca were really pushing hard to loan out the left back, to Inter Milan, but Alba refused, and Alba was even so annoyed with Barca for the fact that they were trying to do that behind his back. And from that point, you can see that Barcelona themselves are tired of Alba and they want him to go. So all those things about Alba have inevitably pushed rumors of Alba likely to leave at the end of the season. And going by this report now from Spanish outlet Sport, claiming how Alba have rebuffed those claims, saying that he wants to fight for his place. He believes that he can convince Xavi. And also, His contract expires in 2024, so he wants to see out his contract before thinking of leaving, not leaving in 2023, as recent reports have been claiming. But let's see how it goes, because we've been talking about people like Piqué, Alba, who have not been playing at all among the veterans, likely to depart. But it seems as though the two of them can still stay because their contract expires in 2024. So let's see how it goes. I don't think there's any indication that they will follow the examples of Xavi himself when he was playing at Barca, Puyol, Iniesta. They still want to be there for a long time until their contract comes to an end. So interesting to see how Alba tried to convince Xavi to put him there to be his relied left back for the season once again. But personally, I don't see it working out. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Taking to Twitter, La Liga president Javier Tebas has lashed out at Paris Saint-Germain after the president of the French club Nasser El-Khelaifi made comments about the financial situation of Barcelona. Al-Khelaifi aimed to dig at Barca and their economic situation, stating that the way they had been running the club was dangerous and unsustainable. Going by what the PSG boss had to say yesterday, we have to be careful about dangerous levels of debt and about magically injecting capital. This is not a sustainable path to take. We have to think long term, he had to say. In response to the statement made by the PSG president, La Liga Supremo Tebas has hit out at the way that PSG are running, criticizing them for the way they operate without any restrictions due to the unlimited access to funds thanks to their owners. He said, "There is no magic. The FC Barcelona has sold part of its asset to cover its losses. In the PSG inside, instead you turn on the gas for sustainable football. The first thing is to pay what is owed, right?" Tebas has been previously very critical about the way PSG operates and has even called into question the lack of financial fair play sanctions against them. There had been, many war of words between Tebas and El-Khelaifi in the past, with the PSG president calling La Liga a dead league as recently as June, which brought about the response from Tebas. The La Liga president did not mince his words after PSG were able to hand Kylian Mbappe a mammoth new contract to stop him from joining Real Madrid either. Honestly, I saw this coming. Tebas cannot just keep his mouth shut at all. He can't. After what PSG president said yesterday, he can't. Because you gotta remember, these two guys, they have even been beefing each other. It never started today, even last year. PSG, we all know PSG is that kind of a club that I don't understand how France Ligue 1 is operating. It seems as though they don't have any financial limit in anything that they do there. PSG just spend money carelessly. They buy players, they do this. The money they pay their players is so much, and a lot have been spoken about their controversial way of spending, even trying to investigate them for financial fair play. And some people ask, how on earth have PSG not been found guilty of financial fair play? So it's weird. It's kind of weird, you understand? So PSG president yesterday saying some kind of funny things about Barca, that Barca they are at risk, they should be careful, and he was sending a strong warning to Laporta that the financial situation that Barca are operating on is very dangerous. They should be careful. And I asked myself, he has not even checked how his own club is operating, how they are really doing crazy things there, paying players anyhow and spending money like there's no control in finance. But now talking about Barca, that our transaction is not even worth 1/4 of what they have done in recent years. And Javier Tebas have not also take that kind of claim lightly, and also try to hit back at the president of PSG about his comments. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.